Greetings, I am Lorenzo. Time for the next lesson. Welfare bums, like Bubba Dunk Funkin, are thieves. And that is a true fact. You see, I go through my channel trying to educate all you pathetic people that there's such thing as called the welfare system. The welfare system is where the likes of taxpayers, pay money into the welfare system, and the welfare system then gives that hard-earned money which I earned away to people like Bubba Dunk Funkin, simply because he cannot be bothered to get a job. Many of you ask, why do I keep repeating all this? Well, it's obvious, it annoys me. Why should I go to work? And why should all of you go to work and have a percentage of your wages taken away from you to support people like Bubba Dunk Funkin? Why? It's because he's too lazy to provide for himself. You see, he comes from a background of a typical family that will get nowhere in life. Bubba Dunk Funkin is a nobody and never will be. That's exactly what he is. Just like his parents. You see, let me tell you a little story about his parents. His parents grew up in a typical society where they depend on taxpayers like me to keep people like them going. Who do you think pays for all their food? Who do you think pays for all their bills? They certainly don't. They go to the welfare dole office and collect welfare money to keep people like them alive. Can you honestly say that Bubba Dunk Funkin's mother was a hard-working woman who wanted nothing but the best intentions for her son? No, Bubba Dunk Funkin still lives with his mother, simply because he depends on her, even at his age right now at this very moment. And his mom is not a nurse, she's not a high school teacher, she is nothing educational for that matter. I'll tell you exactly right now what Bubba Dunk Funkin's mother is. A worthless, typical, welfare whore. That's exactly what she is. Bubba Dunk Funkin is probably watching this video right now and getting all offended because I speak the truth. And the truth hurts some people. Bubba Dunk Funkin's mother couldn't have possibly got a job at all in her own life. It's because she wasted her time at school. She didn't go to university. She didn't go to college. She didn't further herself into decent education just so she could get money to provide for her son. She's one of them types of people who likes to sleep with the landlord to pay the bills. That's what she is. And don't get me started on the father, Jim Funkin. Jim Funkin will never be anybody in life. He claimed to me years ago that his job was making and selling weed. He calls that a job. Now, how is that a job when the money you're making from it isn't taxed? Exactly. He depends on welfare and taxes to get himself through the day because he doesn't have the intellectual to provide money for his own son. And Bubba Dunk Funkin has turned out exactly the same way. He's lying through his teeth saying that he works at Pizza Hut. Typical example. People who work at Pizza Hut might as well be on welfare because they don't have the intellectual to get a proper job like being a doctor, a police officer, a judge, or anything highly educational for that matter. Because he wasted time at school. He'd rather spray graffiti on walls, hoping to get famous someday. Or he spent too much time roaming the streets at night, talking to prostitutes. They're on welfare too, prostitution. Because when they sell their bodies, that's not taxed. No, they'd rather depend on the likes of me. And why should I provide money to the welfare system, or to the NHS, or the hospital society, to try and treat those who get sexually transmitted diseases or AIDS? Explain that to me. Many of you are probably going to click off this video right now, thumb this video down, because the truth is hurting you. You're probably on welfare, the people who are watching this video right now. And you can't stand people like me. Bubba Dunk Funkin can't stand me. That's because when he looks in the mirror, he sees his true self. A lazy, manipulative, unwealthy, ugly nobody. A welfare bum who will always be on welfare. Thinking that he can depend on people like me to support people like him. Why should we, the taxpayers, always be on the receiving end of the bad end? Why should we provide for lazy people who won't get off their backsides and get a job? Explain that to me! But, well, you know what they say, what goes around comes around. And Bubba Dunk Funkin, you evil baby boy, your game was coming to you real soon. I had nothing to do with that drive-by shooting. Big Bar's had his comeuppance by breaking and entering into my personal home. His bar's been taken care of anyway. But the Hood Gang Network, who are also on welfare, are going to be visited soon by my top 3 henchmen. They'll get what's coming to them. As of right now, I've joined forces with Betsy Bonds. And we together shall sort out this useless family known as the Funkins and Billy Bob Townley. They'll get what's coming to them. And you know what they say, when that family is scrapped, that's one less family we have to worry about providing money for welfare. What is the world coming to? I'm not usually one that accepts help when I least expect it. But for any of you watching this video right now, do you go to work? Do you have part-time jobs? Do you have full-time jobs? And to all my subscribers and the people who visit my channel, do you work for a living? Guess what? Bubba Dunk Funkin doesn't work for a living. He's thieving off you. He's thieving off you through the welfare system. And how does that make you feel? Knowing that you can't go on holidays or buy your wives or girlfriends or anyone's personally loved ones precious gifts. Have you ever questioned yourself why you can't afford it? It's because money's taken out of your wages to support people like Bubba Dunk Funkin. So I ask again all these viewers, who would you rather look up to? I, Lorenzo, who's a taxpayer, hard-working, does his bit for society? Or would you rather look up to someone like Bubba Dunk Funkin, who would never be anybody in life, and steals money from the welfare system and provides for himself for the likes of you and me? Well, who would you rather listen to? Don't listen to all these other welfare bums in this world. They're just as thieves. They're as good as thieves. No, they don't physically mug people from the streets, but they claim benefits, disabilities, thinking that something's really wrong with them when there's nothing really wrong with them at all. They claim disabilities through illnesses and physical injuries, when really it's not all that bad. They're just faking it, just so they can get money from the welfare system. And that's why people like me have outrageous taxes, and the people in the government are paying so much. It's just sorry, excuse my language. It's unbelievable. And I will not tolerate it. Why do you think the country is always in recessions? Why do you think the cost of taxes are so high? It's because there's too many people like Bubba Dunk Funkin around, producing too many babies, not knowing who the father of their children are, sleeping around, and they want child support? Why should I pay for the child support? Just because I go to work? How does that make sense? Well, I think you've learnt your lesson now from this video. So, I ask again all my subscribers and viewers, and all the people who are fans of my channel, subscribe now! Join forces with me! Take down that BDF network and the BBT network! Make the world of YouTube a better place, and a better place for society! Together, we shall conquer the world of bombs and the welfare liars. Good day, sirs!